Hey everybody, roll out your mats. You are watching Pure Yoga TV.
Your #1 source for hot yoga, fitness, at home and on the go.
Want more of these great videos? Please consider donating and supporting our channel. Look at the link down below in our description, pureyogatv.com/patron.
Like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell so you never miss a video.
Enjoy.
Hi, I'm Sharan, and this video is just going through a few tips if you're practicing or if you're doing any exercise throughout pregnancy. So I am currently filming 20 weeks pregnant. I have another child and I practiced the whole way through that pregnancy. So just a bit of advice for you, just from my own experience. So your #1 is going to be follow your doctor's advice. Always seek medical attention before you are doing any exercise. The general rule of thumb here is it's safe to continue any exercise you were doing previously before you were pregnant. So for example, I've been practicing yoga for about 13 years previously. So for me, it's completely fine to just continue with my practice with modifications. But equally, I've never run before, so I'm not going to now start training for a marathon. So kind of stick to what you know, but just modifying as you need. It's not really the time to start something new. Work around your pregnancy. So for example, in my first trimester, I had quite a lot of sickness, didn't really have any energy, so I wasn't doing a lot of exercise in that first trimester. But in the second trimester, as the energy started to come back, I've been able to pick up with maybe a little bit of high intensity, a little bit more yoga practice, a little bit more high intensity with my yoga practice too. But then there'll be days when my body's feeling a little tired, the energy levels feel low, so I might choose to do like a yin style practice or have a rest day. And that's absolutely fine. So just work with your body and you'll know what your body needs, you'll know what your body wants. Another tip for you, don't be afraid to use props. So especially if you're going along to a regular class, don't feel free to take blocks, take blankets that you can roll up, so especially lying on your side. Placing a cushion or a blanket in between the knees feels really comfortable. This is what's great about practicing with videos at home. So having a home practice is great because you've kind of got everything around you. So grab all the pillows, make sure you have one under your head, in between your knees, make yourself comfortable. But then especially with your balancing, so maybe using blocks to help you with your balance, use a wall, use a chair. So you might find center of gravity is changed with baby there. So you might feel a little bit wobbly. There'll be days when you feel a little bit wobbly, balance changes. So feel free to use props. Another tip is to change your intensity to what you were previously doing. So previously, maybe going 100% intensity, especially if you were practicing a HIIT class, lessen that down to about 50 to 70%. So you don't want to go full force. This isn't about making the heart rate go crazy. You kind of have to ask yourself, why am I exercising? Like what do I want from my exercise? So it's no longer about losing weight. It's no longer about getting strong abdominal muscles. It may be more just about moving the body. I know for myself, I've got new aches and pains in pregnancy. So for me, practice is just getting some movement into the body and really helps me with my mood too. So mental reasons as well as physical reasons. So maybe a good time to ask yourself, why? Why am I exercising? What do I want from my exercise? So again, we don't want to go crazy with the abdominal muscles. We want them to expand, to make room for baby. But it's okay to work the sides. So we can do side work. You can do clams. You can do a side plank. We just don't want to do like a full-on plank. Nothing for the abdominal muscles. Another thing you may notice is your blood pressure may change, which is normal through pregnancy. So just be careful when you're going from low level to standing. Maybe if you have a class where you're kind of going up and down constantly, just take your time, ease through from the floor, making your way back up to standing, and just ease through, taking your time as you need. Now you may notice as your pregnancy goes on, so really towards end of second trimester, third trimester, we start to produce a hormone called relaxin. So what relaxin does is it relaxes the body, it's softening your body, it's getting you ready for your childbirth. So with relaxin, just be careful not to overstretch. So it can sometimes feel great. You'll be maybe doing a standing bow and think, oh my God, my foot's never gone this high before. And it might feel great, but try to ease in your new mobility. Don't go crazy with it. Especially after postpartum, when your body starts to recover, starts to heal, that's when you can kind of have issues if you've overstretched. The main thing I would just say is trust your instinct. If you ever feel like something's getting too intense, take a break, take a breather, take a water break. And again, the great thing about practicing at home with videos, press pause whenever you need. Take as many breaks as you need. Maybe you just want to switch it off. Trust your instinct, switch off if you need, take a nap, come back to it later. I hope this video was helpful. I hope you've got a few tips here if you are starting your exercise journey in pregnancy. Thank you for joining me. Hi, I'm Sharan. I'm currently 20 weeks pregnant, and I'm going to take you through a yoga flow sequence that is suitable for all stages of pregnancy. So start in a comfortable seated position, whatever feels comfortable for you, cross-legged, straight-legged. Grab a pillow or a blanket to sit on if that's more comfortable for you. And then just take a few moments here to press pause on the outside world and to bring your focus, your attention to the four corners of your mat. So you're going to be focusing just on you. Okay, we're going to start with a wide leg child's pose. So you want your big toes to touch, knees apart, and then bring your body down. Nice and slow. Bring your forehead to the floor, stretch your fingers forward. So you want to be quite active with your child's pose here. Enjoying a nice stretch down your spine. Sinking your hips back as best you can. And do go wide with your knees here, so giving baby a little bit of room. And then walk your hands over towards the right. Again, keeping the hands active, so maybe making like spider fingers right upon your fingertips. All the way over towards your right. It's a nice stretch here on the left side of your body. Keep the hips sinking down. Forehead on the floor. And then just taking some nice, easy breaths here. Spider finger your way all the way back to the center. Nice big stretch in the center. And then let's go over towards the left side. So again, keeping your hips down. Looking for a nice stretch on the right side of your body. Big belly breaths. Really relaxing into this stretch. Make your way back to center. And then let's come up onto all fours. You're going to thread the needle here, a little bit of opening for your shoulders. Bring your right hand just a little bit further forwards and keep that right arm nice and straight to begin with. Left arm, stretch up. You can look up if you like, if that feels good for you. As you exhale, thread through, but we're not going to hold it quite yet. So right arm straight and just reach through as far as you can. Inhale, reach up again, look up. And then exhale, reach through, maybe going a little bit further this time. Inhale, look up, reach up. And this time as you thread through, we're going to soften the right arm. So you're going to hold your shape here. So left arm going through, you can relax the right arm down. You can use your right arm here like a pillow. I always find this quite comfortable. And again, making sure there's plenty of space for baby, so a little bit wider with the knees if that's more comfortable for you. Nice and slow as you make your way back up, back to your all fours position. And then let's go to the other side. So left hand just a little bit slightly further forward. Inhale, reach up with your right fingers, look up to your fingers. And then exhale, again, thread through, but we're not going to hold it. So just as far as you can, keeping your left arm straight. Inhale, look up, reach up. And then exhale, thread through. Inhale, reach up again, one more time. And then on your exhale, reaching through a little bit further, soften through the left arm. And again, maybe using your left arm as a pillow. And then hold your shoulder stretch. Soften through your lower body here. Let your belly just hang loose. Make your way gently back up to your all fours position. So make sure you have a nice firm base here. We want shoulders directly above the wrists, hips directly above the knees, a little bit wider with your feet if that feels better for you. And do reach back with your right foot. So right leg lifts up, reach back. Stretch your heel away from you, toes pointing down. I like to look back, sometimes my toes stick out to the side, so maybe have a look back, just check your toes are pointing down. Really reach back with the heel. If you want a little bit of an extra challenge, you can reach up also with your left fingers. A little bit of a chin tuck, so you have a neutral neck. Really think about length in your spine here. If you're feeling a little bit wobbly, keep the left hand down on the floor. So everyone bring the left hand down, bend your right leg so your heel's up, and then lift your heel up. It's going to help to activate the glutes. Stay nice and stable with the hands here. So really pushing against the floor with your fingers. Heel kicking up to the ceiling. Straighten your right leg. Drop your toes to the floor. And a little rock backwards and forwards here. Good chance here to assess the body. See how the calf is feeling, especially. So working into the calf on the right side. Checking in on your breath. Checking in on how you're feeling. And then maybe you choose to hold the stretch. You can keep rocking if that feels better for you. And then let's add in a side body stretch. So right leg goes up. Bring it over towards the left side. So you're crossing it over the left. So looking for a stretch on the right side of your body. You can hold it here. Maybe that feels like it's enough for you. If you'd like a little bit more, you can start to look over your left shoulder. So maybe see your left foot here. It's a nice stretch on the right side of your body. And again, keep a nice, easy breath. Bring your head back to center. Stretch your right leg back. And then ease your knee down. Take a little breather here if you like before we do the other side. So starting again with the left foot stretching back. Stretch back with your heel. And again, check that your toes are pointing down. If you want a little bit of extra challenge, feeling good, strong today, you can lift up your right arm. Again, if you're feeling wobbly, keep the right hand down on the floor. Do what works for you. Bend your left leg, heel pointing up, and then kick your heel away from you. A little bit of glute activation. Lower your left leg to the floor, so toes are down. And again, do that little rock backwards and forwards here. See how the calf feels, how your legs feel. Check in on your hips. If you want, you can hold onto that stretch, or you can just keep rocking backwards and forwards. And then let's stretch into the side body. So left leg up. Bring it all the way over to the side. Plant your toes down to the floor. So maybe that's enough for you today. Or you can look over your right shoulder, maybe seeing your toes. Enjoying that stretch on the left side of your body. Bring your head back to center. Stretch your left leg back. And then lower your knee down. Big toes touch, knees apart. And then let's take a real quick wide leg child's pose. Lower down. Take a little breather here. And then when you're ready to do so in your own time, nice and slow, make your way up. Come to standing and make your way up to the top of your mat. Maybe a little wider with your feet. So you can go hip distance with your feet, even wider if that's more comfortable for you. So especially when you start moving, you'll kind of know what feels right for you. Might want to go a little bit wider. Inhale, arms up overhead. Look up towards your fingers. And as you exhale, bring your hands down towards the floor. You can have a generous bend in your knees here. So again, a little bit wider if you need. You've got plenty of space for the belly. And then take a little walk here. One knee forwards, one knee back. You can have the hands a little higher if that's better for you. So just getting some movement here into the hips, into the lower spine. Keeping either your hands on the floor, settle on in. Or you can keep your hands on your shins or your thighs. Do a half lift. So lengthen the spine, lengthen the back body. Bring your hands to the floor, bend your knees generously, and then take a forward fold. And again, making sure there's enough room for baby here. So go nice and wide with your feet if you need. Plant your hands down firmly, and then step your right leg back. Bring your right knee to the floor. Taking here a low lunge. You can stay here. Or maybe you want to start to lift up your upper body. Inhale, arms up overhead. Look up to your fingers. Sink the hips down low as you stretch up with your fingertips. And then exhale, bring your hands down to the floor. So your hands are going onto the inside of your foot. Lean back slightly and then swing your left leg back. Let's take a wide leg child's pose here. You can either stay in your wide leg child's pose or we're going to take our first downward dog. Turn your toes under, heels to the floor. You can go a little wider again with your feet if that's more comfortable. Take a little walk here. So your first downward facing dog of the day. Take a little walk. And then when you feel ready, settle on in. So really thinking here about length in the back body. Look forwards and step forward with your right foot. So that might be 1 step, that might be 20 steps. Do what works for you. Release the left knee to the floor. Hold it here if you like. Or inhale, reach up with the fingers. You can look forward, you can look up depending on your balance today. Lower your hands to the floor. Tuck under your left toes and then step forward with that left foot. Big step. Halfway lift. Exhale your way down, deepen the fold. And again, generous bend in your knees if you need. Inhale all the way up. And then exhale, hands down, heart center. So let's do that flow again, but starting this time with the left leg. So again, nice, stable with your feet, top of your mat. Inhale up. You can do a little backward bend if that feels good for you. And then exhale, bring your hands to the floor. So again, going nice and wide with your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, bend your knees, take a forward fold. Make sure your hands are firmly to the floor, step back. Left leg, knee to the floor. Inhale your way up. Look up to your fingers, sink the hips down. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back with your right foot, big toes touch, knees apart, wide leg child's pose. Tuck under your toes, down facing dog. We'll just hold it for a breath. Look forward, step forward with your left foot. So bring your foot to the outside of your hand. It's a nice big step. Release the right knee to the floor. Inhale your arms up. Look up. Exhale your hands down. Tuck your right toes under, step forward. Halfway lift. Exhale to deepen the fold. Inhale all the way up. Look up, maybe that little backward bend if that feels good. And then exhale, hands down, heart center. Now, if that sequence worked for you, feel free to do that again. Otherwise, let's take it up a notch. Inhale, look up, reach up. Exhale, fold your body forward. Hands planting to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift, so hands to the floor or to your shins. Exhale, deepen the fold. Inhale to step back with your right foot. So you can bring your knee to the floor if that felt better for you. Otherwise, tuck your toes under. We'll do a crescent lunge this time. You can look forward, you can look up, whatever feels better for you. Lower your hands to the floor again on the inside of your foot. Step back with your left foot either into a down dog, or you can go again via your child's pose. Look forward, step forward with the right foot. A nice big step onto the outside of your hands. Make sure you've got a stable base before you bring your body up. Inhale up, reach up. Hips sink down as you reach up to the ceiling. Exhale as you lower down. Step forward with your left foot, halfway lift. Exhale to deepen the fold. Inhale your way all the way up, look up, a little backward bend if you like. And then exhale, hands down, heart center. Well, let's do that again. Take a little breather here if you like. Inhale, look up, reach up, backward bend, and then exhale, make your way down. Inhale, halfway lift, and then exhale to deepen the fold. Plant the hands down firmly. Inhale as you step back, left foot this time, so high lunge. Inhale your way up. Keeping those legs nice and strong, nice and stable, hips sinking down, look up. And then exhale as you make your way down. So again, remember it's okay to go through child's pose. Otherwise, step back, right foot, downward facing dog. Look forward, step forward, left foot. Up on the toes of the back foot, inhale up towards the ceiling. Exhale down towards the floor. And then step forward, right foot. Again, taking one step, 20 steps, whatever you need. Halfway lift. Exhale to deepen the fold. Inhale your way all the way up. Look up, little backward bend if that feels good. And then exhale, hands down, heart center. Let's flow again. Let's take it up another notch. So if it feels better for you to take the slower flows, then please feel free to do those. Otherwise, we're going to throw in some balancing just to make it a little bit extra fun. Inhale up, backward bend. Exhale as you forward fold. Inhale to half lift. And then exhale to deepen the fold. Plant the hands down nice and firmly. Step back, right leg. So high lunge. Inhale up to the ceiling. Look up. Sink the hips down. Now this time we're going to bring the arms into a cactus shape. So bend at the elbows. Looking forward, focus one spot. This is where it gets fun. So we're going to step forward and then bring the right leg to a 90-degree angle. Step forward, 90-degree angle with the right foot. And then, just for a little bit extra fun, twist your body towards the left side. See how that feels? Back to center. And as elegantly as you can, step back with your right foot. Into that high lunge. Again, take as many steps as you need here. Inhale up. Exhale your hands to the floor. Step back with your left foot. Take that downward facing dog. or child's pose, whatever you need. Look forward, step forward, right foot. So again, high crescent lunge. Inhale up to the ceiling. Look up. So again, we're going to take that balance. Step forward, left foot, 90-degree angle with the foot, cactus shape with the arms. And this time we're going to twist towards the right. So move nice and slow, make sure you're stable. Feel free to lean up against the wall if that feels better for you. Back to center, nice and slow with control. And again, as elegantly as you can, step back, left foot. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to lower your hands down. Take that downward facing dog. Take your child's pose, whatever you need. Look forward, step forward, left foot. Step forward, right foot. Halfway lift. Exhale to deepen the fold. Inhale to come all the way up. Look up, reach up. And then exhale, hands down, heart center. Right, a little bit of extra balancing here. Just for fun. So make your way back to a comfortable position. Separate your feet if that feels more stable for you. We're going to do tree pose next. For tree pose, right foot going onto the inside of your left thigh. So see how that feels first. Feeling a little bit wobbly today, you can bring your foot lower, maybe to the inside of the calf, or you can use your foot as a kickstand, so bringing it down towards the floor. Really think about opening through the hip, lengthening through the spine. So bringing your foot wherever feels comfortable for you. And use this time to slow your breath down, focusing one spot. Nice, slow breath. And then wherever you've got that foot, lower it back down towards the floor. And then let's do the other side. So left leg coming up. So again, wherever it feels comfortable for you, maybe inside of the thigh feels good. A little bit lower to the calf, to the floor. Whatever's working for you today. Nice and tall through your spine. Nice calm breath. Slow down the breath, slow down your heart rate. And then release your foot down. And then take your time here to make your way to the floor. So to a seated position, nice and slow. We're going to go next into a straddle. So for straddle, you want to go nice and wide with the feet here. As wide as feels comfortable for you. Maybe feel a little bit of resistance on the inner thighs, but not too much. We don't want to go crazy here. Turn your toes up. Keep the legs kind of active. And then hands on the floor in front of you. Start to walk your hands forward. And really think here about length in the spine. It's a nice long spine. Creep your hands forward. And then just as low down as you can go, that feels comfortable for you, with active legs, with active arms, with a long spine. Relax the shoulders away from your ears. And now let's make this straddle passive, so relax the feet. Maybe lower down a little bit lower when you go passive. Make sure the backs of the legs relax. And don't think too much about a straight spine here. Letting the spine relax, letting the belly relax, letting the head fall. So going really passive. So really starting to slow down. Nice and slow as you walk your hands back. And then to bring your legs in, just shuffle them in. Shuffle them in. Maybe even use your hands to help you in. And then make your way onto your back. We're not going to be spending too long on the back. Lower yourself down nice and comfortably.
We're going to do a bridge here, but we're going to make it a moving bridge. So you want your heels directly underneath your knees, by a hip distance. You can go wider if that's more comfortable. Start with the arms down by your side. So moving here with your breath. Take an inhale, arms go over your head, hips go up towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, lower the hips, lower the arms. Go slow, move with your breath. Inhale, hips up, arms up. And then exhale to lower down. So doing 5 rounds here. And again, taking your time moving with your breath. So maybe you're a little faster or slower than me, and that's really okay. But really using this time now to slow everything down. Exhale to lower down, arms down by your side. Making your way back to center. Open the feet out a little bit wider, maybe the width of the mat, and then let your knees just drop in. A little rest here for your lower spine. We're going to end here with a twist. So do whichever twist works for you. I'm going to show you a 2-leg twist. So both legs up, bend your knees, and then ease your knees over towards the right-hand side. Now from this position, you might want to readjust, so maybe bringing the knees down a little bit lower. Maybe adjust through the shoulders. Find a comfortable place. You can keep your arms out wide, you can keep your hands on the belly if that feels good for you. And this is actually a good time to grab some props, maybe a pillow in between the legs, underneath the knee. And you can look up towards the ceiling, or you can turn your head towards the left. Again, making sure you've got plenty of space for baby here, so maybe knees a little bit lower down. Easing through your breath. Bring your head back to center. If you turn to the side, ease your knees back to center. And then just realign the spine in between before we do the other side. So one hand on each shin, maybe hugging the knees in, they'll rock side to side if you like. And then let's go over to the other side. So get a 90-degree angle with your legs. And then ease your knees over towards the left-hand side this time. And again, take that time to adjust as you need. Adjust the shoulders, maybe lower the legs, lower, higher, whatever feels good for you. And either looking up or looking towards the side. Maybe one side feeling a little bit more resistant than the other side. That's completely normal. Maybe a little bit of creaking, a few cracks, completely normal. Settle on into your twist. Make sure you found a spot that's comfortable for you. Comfortable so that you can relax. Bring your head back to center. Ease your legs back to center. And again, hug your knees in. One hand per shin. They'll rock side to side if you like. And then make your way onto your left hand side. So rolling onto your left hand side again, grabbing any props as you like. So pillow under your head, in between your knees. So you can be nice and comfortable here. assessing how you feel, how the body feels. Maybe breath feeling a little calmer, mind feeling a little calmer. And feel free to stay here in your Savasana as long as you like. Taking this time for yourself before you continue with your day. Thank you so much for joining me for this pregnancy flow practice. Namaste.